Hi, fifth graders. Today in math, we are going to review our concept of division, so our understanding of what division is and how to show using a model what division is. So our I can statement is, I can model and explain the concept of division. So right now you are on a slide that looks like this. We are going to do this problem together. So throughout the video, I'm going to be asking you to pause the video, and then you're going to actually work on the side of what you see from the video. Okay, so to start, we're going to have a little refresher about what division is. So division is when you take a number and you split it into equal groups. So that number that we're taking and we're splitting into equal groups or dividing into equal groups is called our dividend. So right here we have our dividend, it's in blue. And in this case, we're going to talk about these 17 smiley faces that we are going to split into equal groups. Our 2 is the number of equal groups. That is our divisor. That's how many groups we're splitting it into. Then what we want to know is, once we have our number and we split it into equal groups, how many smiley faces are going to be in each group? That is our quotient. Division means we're splitting equally. So when we have a remainder, it means, are there any extra smiley faces that don't fit evenly between our two groups? That's what we're going to find out. So the first thing we're going to do is start with our 17, our dividend, and we are just going to start splitting it between these two boxes, our divisor. So I'm going to take one smiley face and put it in that box, one there, one there. And I'm just going to keep going and putting these in our boxes. Until they're all gone and we can't split them evenly anymore. Oops, put that one in the wrong spot. There we go. I want to make sure I'm doing it evenly. One in each. Now I have this one smiley face left, but if I put it in my top box, then I won't be able to put one down here. So I'm going to leave that out because I'm splitting evenly. I want you to pause the video right now and I want you to split up the smiley faces just like I did. When you're done, unpause the video to see our next step. Okay, so now you should have your smiley faces in your two boxes and your one left over again. So our quotient means when we took that dividend, those smiley faces, and we split them into two equal groups, how many smiley faces are in each group? So we can count that right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in my top group and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in our bottom group. So our quotient is 8. So what you're going to do is click on that text box and type in 8. The remainder is our remaining pieces, our remaining smiley faces. What do we have left over? We have one left over that does not fit inside of our group. So go ahead and pause the video and make sure you're writing your quotient is 8 and a remainder of 1. Then unpause and we're going to look over here at this other way to write division problems. Okay, so now that we have written our quotient and our remainder up here and we have modeled how to do our division problem using our smiley faces and boxes, we're going to look down here at this long division style of writing our division problems. So up here, we have our division symbol that's showing us our dividend of 17 divided by our divisor 2. 17 split into two groups. Down here, our dividend in the blue is inside this little house. So this is our dividend, it stayed the same. And what we're doing is we're taking that dividend, 17 smiley faces, and we're still splitting it between two groups, our divisor. Okay? So when you guys have seen this before, you've probably seen that people are subtracting a number down here. And I want to show you guys how we found that number. So when we are doing our two groups right here, we are saying how many are going to fit in each group. That's how we got our 8. Well, in order to get those two groups of 8 and figure out how many we have left over, what we can do down here is we say, well, there are 2 groups of 8. One group right here, another group right here. 2 times 8 is 16. That means we put 16 smiley faces into those small groups. So I'm going to subtract those 16 from our dividend because they are no longer outside over here. They are in our 2 groups. We broke them into our 2 groups. In order to do that, we did 8 in each group. So you're going to notice that's our quotient up here, 8. 2 times 8 is 16. We put those smiley faces inside of our boxes, and once we put those 16, we had this one smiley face left over that didn't fit inside either of the boxes. That 1 is our remainder. You can look here, the subtracting is because we put those 16 smiley faces into the boxes, so we subtracted those 18. We had our 1 left over, that's our remainder. So up at the top, you'll see it says quotient R and then another box. That's where you put the 1 again. So 17 divided by 2 is 8, remainder 1. So you guys are now going to fill out this part of your page as well. When you get done with that, you are then going to move on to do a few more problems just like this, where you are taking your smiley face as your dividend and breaking it into a divisor, a number of a group, and you want to see how many smiley faces are in each group once you divide.